in between.
Alrighty. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh my God, that thunderstorm that was going through Denver, it looks like it's getting
Getting
dark
out there. Well, welcome everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Peggy. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second, have a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Approve the minutes from 9/11 and 9/13 and 9/15.
I was at all three of them. I move we approve the minutes as printed.
Second that.
A first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. General public concerns.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is on Drainage District 126, on the recent assessment that was put out, I'd say at the last minute on August 31st. This was entirely unexpected. I don't know if there was any advance notice given to anybody that this was gonna be assessed. And I would like to know what the breakdown is. In fact, I would like to know in writing, and I think it should go to everybody else in the drainage district that was assessed, what the total breakdown of the project is now. From what they paid the contractor, what they paid the engineer, what they paid in interest, what they paid in legal fees, and halfway detailed, anyway, and then what they took in from the people in the district and paid out for damages and so on and so forth, how much they were short on this, and this, why we're getting this assessment. I think this is a reasonable request. I don't like to pay bills that I don't know what they are.
Yeah,
And I'd like it before the end of this month,
okay.
because that's when it's due.
And I don't think that's unreasonable to have a written explanation as to what you're being assessed for.
Okay, I mean,
And we'll look into it and
Okay.
see if we can get that to you.
yeah. I
We
mean-
had some farmers that were here last Monday.
Well, yeah, anybody
on the
that's
same-
included, I think it should be anybody that's included in the district.
It probably should be a standard practice
I think it should be a standard practice in any
because,
assessment, drainage assessment.
yeah. I'm sure, and some of these are pretty tiny, but if maybe set a certain limit of the assessment, total assessment over so many dollars and then do it.
Well, yeah, you have the limit of, like, if it's under $500, you can't take the warrant deal over
Right.
10 years.
Right.
And another thing, I still don't understand the interest charge on this. I mean,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, it's high.
well,
It is high.
it could be high, but I mean, who are we paying this interest to? The county?
The county owns some of it.
Okay.
The contractor, we pay the contractors with warrants. They take the warrants to the bank and turn them into use them as collateral for a bank
Okay.
to get cash.
Okay.
So it's an incentive for the contractors to bid the jobs.
It's a promissory note.
So basically.
Well, it's a promissory note, but,
Mhm.
but I mean, what
there's a.
what we're paying the county, is the county's coming up with
Yeah.
the money, and we're paying the county, I mean, there's a few of us that are paying 6% to benefit the whole people in the county.
Right.
They're earning 6% on an investment.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know, you can't earn 6% on a short-term investment.
that's right, I know.
You can earn maybe, municipal bonds aren't even 2% on 10 years yet.
Yeah.
No, but that's another subject, anyway. But
We have drainage that we're gonna go into, so when Trish comes in here, we
We'll
can
discuss
talk
that with
to...
her and see if we can come up with a system that would be simple
Yeah,
and easy to.
well, yeah,
print out.
I'm not gonna hang around for all that, but you guys can...
Oh, you're welcome to.
Well, but I...
But you really don't want to.
But anyway, that's what
Right.
I'm requesting anyway, so.
Yes.
Peggy,
Gary's brand.
Eric Strand?
Gary.
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 Peggy, one time we talked to Solutions, didn't we, trying to figure out some way to make a little notation on the assessments, what it was for? Did Solutions ever come up with a way of, when you send out bills?
No, Trish would have to do it by hand.
She has to do it by hand.
That's what takes so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
And when assessments go out, you're on a deadline, they
Yeah.
have to be out by a certain date.
I understand that, 'cause it was,
She didn't
it
have
was
time
supposed to go
put
on August
anything together.
August 31st.
And how
So,
many did she do? I know
pardon?
secondary roads
She
said,
did
what,
quite a
30
few.
30 different ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were a lot this
Lot.
time, so
The
it
big
would've
ones
been,
we all go work
it would've
on.
been hard to do a detailed description on every one of those.
That is-
It's not been our practice in the past, but if somebody asks for it, we're glad to provide it. But we don't normally send it out with assessments. 30-some years we've done it that way. But if you come in and ask, we definitely will get it for you. That's public record, you know, we don't have any problem with sharing that with you.
Well, okay, here's my Lieutenant Randy Walton came up, I think, after...
Yeah, he was out there last week.
Last week, and he got some from Trish, but it was very hard to understand of what, you know, what was
Okay.
so much, and then we got interest, and then we got stuff that hadn't come in yet, and here's what but there was no, what this was here, you know, the starting total, what that was, composed of.
Okay. Well, we'll visit with Trish about that, and see if we can get it clear.
I agree, I'd like to know what I'm paying for too.
Yeah, I'm no shiny pants accountant before I was a farmer, so I'm this kinda sticks in.
Part of the confusing thing is, when Trish has, every time that, if something's done in the drainage district, it isn't billed and
Immediately.
back levied right away, it could be sitting there for,
6 years.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but,
And then she...
And I know what you're saying, and there's a lot of money that, so...
you know, all of a sudden, you know, it wasn't quite 10,000, but it was just kind of a rounding error.
Yeah, it's a fair amount of money.
Well, is it fair to mention that, and we mentioned this before, that as the trustees of drainage district, one thing that we have the ability to do is expedite this, so that, you mentioned interest,
Yeah.
get things done quicker, get the levies out quicker, which obviously reduces the interest. And we're making a concerted effort to
Okay.
accomplish that.
Okay,
Doesn't speak to your itemized billing,
no, but, you know,
and like Peggy said,
I can-
that, to send everyone an itemized bill on a drainage district levy, it would, you need to hire 4 times the people they have in the office right now.
well, yeah, but,
I think
not
he's more concerned about when we do a project. I
for a
think.
project, not the, okay,
Not maintenance so much.
the maintenance reserve is being used
Yeah,
up,
the
and, you know, we get
I think he's more of the...
a small bill, I mean, here a couple of years ago, they levied, and I know it levied in some districts, that I think I got a bill, it was under $1,000 or something like that for total, for, you know. Well, okay, and I think it's said is because of because the reserves there was no reserve. You have to have so much reserve in each district, right?
Right.
The reserves in these districts were gone, you know, were drawn through that, need to
Yeah.
be replenished.
So if you guys want a set amount of, you know, describe a project, I mean, sometimes a maintenance project starts out small, and before you know it, you've got $5,000, $10,000 wrapped up
Yeah.
in it. You need to set
Set
an
amount,
amount.
at
That
what point
anything below
do
this amount,
we don't have to do a
Yeah.
detailed explanation.
otherwise, if it was everything, it would take a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of bookkeeping
that's
time.
the thing.
But, I also want to say, you guys are in control of the interest rate. If you want to lower it from 6%, that's entirely up to you. That's, you guys set that.